Hi guys, working on my '08 E92. It's got a passenger side axle that's gone bad, probably CV joint. I saw a couple of videos on YouTube explaining the process, and before I do anything I typically like to just glance at some videos and know what I get myself into. I've got a bit of experience working on cars. I've been doing it for a long time, and noticed a couple of things that people were doing that were just way too much to get an axle out. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that'll shorten the process for you. Okay, so you're going to have a 36 millimeter nut. You want to take that off. I use an impact, and that makes a short change of that. Then you're going to want to remove the 18 millimeter nut and bolt. Hold the lower control arm on, and then just let it swing here. And then here's the rear control arm that attaches. Rear control arm that attaches here. You're going to zap that nut off. It's a 24 millimeter, I believe, and that's good enough. You don't have to take the sway bar link off. You don't have to disconnect the front tie rod end. Those are really the only two things you need to disconnect in order to get that to swing out of the way. See how that swings out of the way? Nothing else. You don't have to take the caliper off, nothing. Just the axle nut, 36 millimeter. This rear control arm nut, 24. And then the bolt and 18 millimeter, both bolt and nut. And then you're looking at the axle. So I already pulled the axle out. All you have to do in order to get that to pop out is take a little punch like that, put it right about here from underneath the vehicle, and it'll pop out enough in order to be able to pull it out. The only thing you're going to run into is the sway bar link here, but if you pry that back far enough and twist the axle, it'll come right out. So that's it. So far we're jacking up the car. I've got maybe 30 minutes into the whole job. I imagine it's going to go back together a lot quicker. So there you go. Alright guys, new axle is in. Popped in real easy. Put the bolt back in. You can move your steering left and right. This is the best position to get that bolt in from the back. All this kind of moves a little bit out of the way, so you can get your bolt in. 18 millimeters, zap it down. This one here, zap that back down. Axle is popped in all the way, double checked. And nut is back on. I've got an impact, so I just run it in. You can mess with torque specs if you want, but just run it in really hard. It's not going to strip it or anything. And then use a chisel or a punch to notch out these so it doesn't back out. And that's it. Whole job took me, if I really went at it fast, maybe an hour. Super easy. Probably one of the easiest jobs I've ever done. Another quick tip is I saw a guy that took the spindle off and then had the axle attached to the spindle and then tried to pop this axle out. All that's not necessary. It's actually much easier to pop the axle out, you know, from right here, because you can take yourself a good sized mallet like this right here and just hit it right here and it should pop right out. There you go. Write some comments if you want, ask some questions, help you out where I can. Thanks for watching.